Yes. All right. Yes. I feel much better now.
Yeah, because you have hair.
All right, we're drinking J.P. Weiser Dissertation. It's a donation ceremony.
A donation.
My laptop battery died, so we don't have a laptop. But I do have a robe.
You don't have a laptop?
No. So I can't do like the video. I have a hard time looking at you. I'm straight face.
I'm here, ready for action.
Yeah.
And you don't have.
Do you want me to sing? I can sing the opera music. And I can do the song. Thank you for the whiskey.
This is what we're doing.
All right.
Because I don't know who it's from or why it's here.
Gary Bernier.
I'm never gonna remember that.
It's Gary Bernier.
Gary Bernier.
I'm going to the dissertation all the way from Canada.
I'm singing and I'm unveiling my whiskey robe.
No, what? No! You can't robe it. You're not a sommelier. You know. Oh, he really does have a robe. Okay, well, I'm pouring whiskey because I'm going to need something to take the edge off of this.
What was his name?
Thank you, Gary Bernier.
Thank you for the whiskey.
Oh, you have a bathrobe.
Yes.
I mean, it has like the waist tag and everything. Now you're like the dude. You're like the dude of whiskey.
Yes! It happened. I am
Rex just became the dude of whiskey.
the whiskey dude.
And you gotta have your hat of gratefulness or gracious
So
giving.
what did he send us?
This is
generosity.
Yes. Okay. So multiple people all over Canadian whiskey said, "Hey, you should try J.P. Weiser's Dissertation."
Okay.
And I wish you could see yourself right now.
There's a little screen way over there.
So ridiculous. But you know what? You look really comfortable.
I'm so comfortable. So I was in
Like super comfortable.
I was in the studio when the package came in. Amazon recommended, by the way. Prime recommended.
There we go.
So I get this thing, I put it on, and like, wow, this is really soft. I look across the room, and Chad's like, nope.
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 Nope, you're not wearing that in here. Okay, so I'm going to tell you, no, I can't.
Get jealous.
Oh, it's just soft.
It's so
It is soft.
It's so soft.
I wish it wasn't.
Ooh.
Now I'm internally conflicted.
Hey, you want to try my hat of generosity?
Yes. Can I?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Yes. I feel much better now.
Yeah, because you have hair.
Yeah. I did not see that one. We haven't even drank the whiskey yet.
Brutal.
Oh, that is, yeah. Level brutal.
All right, so.
Okay, wait, every time I nod, it does this. That's kind of cool. It's a floppy.
You got like this phallic thing coming off.
Yeah, I really do.
Coming off the front.
And you think that you looked any different wearing this thing?
I looked amazing.
Okay, so here's how many people requested this. Foamy609, Unbound Odysseus, this is for you. Peter White and Scorm and Tim Dietrich all said,
Good Lord.
Damn you, try some J.P. Weiser's and you'll readjust your opinion of Canadian whiskey.
This is a rare cask series.
Now, I'm going to tell a story, and this was told by CanadianWhiskeyDude.com.
Wait, is that?
Kick-ass reviewer.
Hold on.
CanadianWhiskey.com, I think it is.
You can't just like say a URL that doesn't exist.
Yeah, I know. We'll put it in the comments.
People may actually.
I wrote it down and then I accidentally deleted it when I printed out this page.
But you know why we shouldn't put it in the comments?
Why?
I've been meaning to talk to you about.
Wait, I gotta take this off.
I've been meaning to talk to you.
This is freaking me out.
This is an important thing. You keep putting a bunch of stuff in the comments. YouTube hates that.
What do you mean?
They punish you if you send people away from YouTube.
Oh, I gotta cut that out.
So this is what you do.
But what about sending people to our own website?
No.
Because I created a new resource.
They do not care. YouTube loves YouTube. If you send them to other YouTube channels,
then you're fine.
All day. They'll actually give you some love if people stick around. Little inside baseball here. This is what you do. Every time you go to bed, put it on the Whiskey Vault and plug in some headphones and then just let it play.
Yeah, on a loop.
You don't have to watch this garbage.
No, just
that's
let it play.
fine.
Just let it play.
Just give it.
Plug your laptop in so it doesn't die and let it play on a loop.
Play. Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I am going to do. We have a new website called AustinWhiskeyVault.com.
Yeah.
It links to from, and we talked about this before, and these viewers submitted resources, it's growing. So I'm linked to Harley T's website, spreadsheet now, and we're going to keep adding to that. Now,
I like this.
oh, no, this is who did this. Tomodera Whiskey Reviews. Go look them up. Tomodera Whiskey Reviews.
So this is what you do. You go
He's
to
a badass.
First, you go to a YouTube channel after this that you hate, and then leave that channel and
to go to this one, yeah. So, Dr. Don Livermore is one of the few master blenders. He's for J.P. Weisers.
Yeah.
He's the blender for J.P. Weisers. He actually wrote a dissertation on analyzing fermentation and wood use and cask use and things like that. And what he determined was for Canadian whiskey, the level 2 char was by far the best level char for Canadian whiskey.
Okay.
The Americans typically char number 4.
Yes, we do.
If you know what I mean. And anyway, so this whiskey is based on the results of the paper he wrote.
Okay.
Now,
So-
to me, it still smells like Canadian whiskey.
So was he involved in the distilling? Or
no,
did-
he is the master distiller.
Okay, he is the master.
Yeah, or
So-
master blender.
so it's
I
not-
should say.
it's
He's
not-
a master blender for J.P. Weisers.
It's not some yahoos that read a paper and then...
No.
Okay.
No, he's the actual
He's
dude.
the guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, it still smells like Canadian whiskey. You still got the maple heavy notes.
Ooh, I'm already in the taste here.
Butter, brown sugar.
I'm getting quite a bit more complexity than I typically get from the Canadian
Oh,
whiskeys
yeah, way more.
that we're able to get in the States.
Now, I will tell you, the brown sugar on this is actually a brown sugar I like. It's not cooking brown sugar. If you ever buy a bag of brown sugar and just open it and smell it immediately, it's a little sharper and richer. That's the brown sugar I get on this one. Cloves, like the one, like in Christmas when you stick cloves in an orange for a room smell, right?
Yeah.
This actually reminds me of Christmas.
Wait,
So
now-
we do a thing in Christmas, which you should do,
Right.
and it's the smell that marks for us. Oh, fall is here and the holiday season has arrived. You take a pot of water, you boil it, you drop into it cinnamon sticks, cloves, and slices of orange, and then you just leave it on a low boil until the water boils away.
Why would I
It
do this?
fills the house with this astoundingly good smell that just smells like Christmas. Oranges, cloves, and cinnamon sticks. And I sort of get all of those in this whiskey.
Do you even potpourri, bro?
That's my potpourri right there. That's my I will do that all day long.
I like how we're getting so hardcore about potpourri. That's my
Potpourri is my
That's how I potpourri.
Now, one thing that Tomodera whiskey said was cheesecake, which I was going to wait until I drank it to see, really? Lemon cheesecake?
Ooh, lemon, yes.
Well, no, I already got lemon.
Yeah. Good job, Canada.
That's a damn fine whiskey.
It's not insulting for me to pat Canada on the head right now.
Yeah. And you know what? I get more orange. I do really get the feeling like there's like a bit of an orange slice in that glass.
I get that. I'm not getting straight up just biting into an orange and the juice.
No.
It's more-
It's the bitterness.
It's cooked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good stuff, though.
Thank
you, Gary Bernier.
Charlie G. Haig, how come there are so few lowland distilleries? I've always been a fan of Glen Kinchy. Yeah. And
which is great.
Auchentoshan.
Auchentoshan.
Especially the 3-wood. I'd love for more to pop up because they might just produce something amazing.
Well, they already did with Ailsa Bay. So I would say this. In the history of Scottish whiskey, the majority of the distilleries that fought for their survival and made stuff through generations illegally, they were all Highlanders. It was a mark of rebellion, right? Because the English were saying you can't have illegal, unlicensed stills, and the Scots were saying, "F you, we're Scottish." And so it was the Highlanders where the dominant whiskey production stayed. The Lowlanders were more closely aligned with the English.
Yeah.
I can't believe you put a hood on just now. They were more closely aligned with the English, and they fought a lot more of the rules. Not always, but most of the big blending companies are coming out of the lowlands, right? So Dewar's and Chivas and Johnny Walker, they're all lowland-ish.
Yeah.
And, dude, you took my dissertation.
Eat it.
Wow. I got aggressive really fast. Someone's at the end of a fork. That was a nice trick. Thanks for that. Drinking from the bottle.
No, you know what else you compared to?
So Lowland. Wait. Let me finish my thought though.
You're going on for like 15 minutes.
No. I'll finish it here. Historically, there were fewer lowland distilleries in general. It just hasn't changed. So I think now that we're reaching a new golden age of whiskey, I think there's change in the future. Now, they're never going to reach the quantity of distilleries in the Highlands because that's like 80% of the distilleries in Scotland.
And they've been doing it for hundreds of years.
And they've been doing it forever. So the lowlands are never going to catch up to that. But I think
thousands of years.
Yeah.
Since the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
They've been making scotch. So the only other time I heard you compare a whiskey to Christmas in a glass.
Dalmore. This is nothing like Dalmore.
It's not like Dalmore.
But Dalmore has the smoke. It's a different part of Christmas.
Okay.
To me, this is more the holidays in the kitchen. Dalmore is more the holidays in the living room sitting next to a fire and reading a good book.
This is what we're doing. It's Christmas time in the summer.
Christmas time in the summer.
Christmas time in the summer. We're going to compare Dalmore, which is wildly different, to the Dissertation.
All right.
And we're going to blend them.
No!
And see if I can take your head off with so much Christmas.
No!
In a single glass.
I can't blend them.
You can't handle the Christmas that's about to.
Dude, that just feels wrong. We don't have a lot of Dalmore left.
You can buy more.
Oh, I love Dalmore 12.
Where's your glass?
That's to share. And we're going to use it for blending too. I'm running out of glassware because I forgot to.
Ooh, butterscotch.
See, this is way more. This is totally different. Not even the same
this is 1,000 mile away. This is not at all similar. But
there's rye in that one for sure.
These are both amazing.
Are you really going to blend them? If you do, I think it needs to be a tiny ratio of the J.P. Weisers to the Dalmore. I think the base needs to be Dalmore.
All right, that's base.
That's Dalmore.
J.P. Weisers.
Yeah, that's still a 2-to-1 ratio.
How about that?
Just a little bit of spice. And everything nice. And puppy dog tails. So?
Ho, 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 mother.
I feel like I'm watching that Bad Santa movie all of a sudden.
No, we know this. You blend two really nice whiskeys.
Wow, that's actually really good.
And you get a really nice whiskey.
You know what? It brought all of the depth that the J.P. Weiser Dissertation lacked.
Mm-hmm.
J.P. Weiser had complexity, but it didn't have richness.
They're brighter notes.
We added in leather sofas.
We did. These are brighter notes on the Dissertation. And then you brought in like these darker, deeper notes.
The leather sofa, the fireplace,
and it's
fire.
Really kind of amazing.
It really is actually fantastic.
So what was it like? It was a 3-to-1? What do you think?
It was almost 2-to-1, but probably closer to 3-to-1.
Pious Storm. If it's triple distilled, doesn't that remove a lot of the flavor from the mash during purification?
Yes, yes it does.
Thanks for it.
So the more you distill something, the more flavor chemical components you remove from it. So in a sense, you're purifying it, but what you're really doing is removing a lot of the congeners and the
congeners?
Yeah, which is a chemical, congeners, congeners. And a lot of the things that result in the flavor profiles for whiskey, you're removing a lot of those. That's why vodka and gin, they're all 5 to 10 times distilled.
Because they want something that's pretty
clean, and
invisible.
Clean. Yeah. So yes, the more you distill something, the prettier it is. So yes, a triple distillation, which is very Irish, is going to be less of the heavier components than a double distillation. And everybody has their preferences.
This is a really big episode for you. Because
I got a lot of facts in?
Nobody cares about that.
Because I found a Canadian whiskey I actually enjoy.
Yes.
Okay.
So Canada, all the potential that you felt for years, they're capable of achieving.
Oh no, I could name 4 distilleries off the top of my head in Canada that are doing great things. They're just not known by anybody else, and they do a job of distributing.
No.
And that includes this one. They don't distribute this outside of Canada, as far as I can tell.
How did we get it?
We got it because a Canadian friend of mine, Gary Bernier, drove it down here from Canada.
Legally drove
it down here from Canada.
And everything.
And everything.
Jorge Rapoli Keep up the good work, guys. Who are you watching, man?
Yeah.
I love to watch you every day while I am having lunch. It's so funny to see Daniel trying to get serious after singing, and the flowers and the trees.
And the birds and the bees. So, vanilla and, yeah, that's how we roll.
After we compare 3 more, then
It better be Friday.
we will really have locked down.
I don't know if I can handle 3 more.
It is still morning.
It is still morning. I can't do it. Oh, you made it.
Yet I still have the skills.
Yeah, okay. Well, here's to you and to the Cheers outro.
To be born free is an accident. To live free is a privilege. To die free, an obligation. Kyrie eleison.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, and drop a question or comment down below.